Hi everybody, it's Barbie at Nellie and Ruth Designs, and I wanted to share what I'm working on with you right now for um, my blue and white junk journal. You'll have to excuse me. I'm a little out of sorts. I'm a little tired. I'm gonna grab a little Werther Originals caramel coffee right now. Um, we got a snowstorm last night, and I'm up in the Adirondack Mountains, and we got dumped on. I'd say we got probably 2 feet of snow. It's absolutely gorgeous right now. But this morning, we woke up to probably, I'd say a good 16 inches. So my son and I, we have a large Caterpillar skid steer combo snowblower loader. We started at 7:30, quarter of 8 this morning. He was in the loader. I have a new walk behind snowblower. It's a Toro and it's big. And my other son was out shoveling and prepping and cleaning off vehicles. So we're 450 feet back from the main road. So we have a lot to plow. So I'm a little tired from that. My hands, it has quite a big grip on the snowblower, and I haven't been working out, and my wrists are they're so sore right now, and my hands feel like they're all cramped up. But they'll get strong. Unfortunately, my husband does all of this work, but he had hip surgery this past March, maybe May. I can't remember. I think it was in May because my son got married in March, and we wanted to wait till after the wedding. So I think he had it in May, and he's still recovering. He's not 100%, and we can't let him out in the snow on the ice. So we are relegated to do all the plowing and the snow blowing right now. But I thought I'd come in this afternoon. I wanted to play a little bit. I'm making this blue and white journal, and I actually made a little journal within the journal. I don't have the big one even put together yet. I'm trying to make all the ephemera and all the fun little pieces that go into it. And I'm not sure if I showed you last week or talked about it, but I made a lot of these Tim Holtz little dress mannequins, and I'm doing some ribbon embroidery on them, and I'm embellishing them. This is a cigar seal. And these are going to be, some of these are going to be in the journal. This one I have a real pretty bird that I fussy cut, and I have a cute little bird sign, bird, round 1-inch bird label that will be going on this. So I'm still in the process of embellishing these. But this is one that I did here, and I really like the way this came out. This is Vanessa Redgrave, and it's from a 1968 McCall's catalog. And I just thought it was appropriate this time of year. It says, "We might as well winter at home. It's the only place we haven't been." So I made this little journal to go into my journal. And I wanted to work on, I pulled some papers, and I have a little tuck pocket here. I'll use this little card. I have a little tuck pocket here. I'll be making something to go inside here. And then this is real pretty paper. In one of my other, I think it was in the YouTube video I did showing the materials that I pulled and I'd be using for this blue and white journal I'm making. This is paper that my sister-in-law up in Michigan made. These are all little pieces of flowers. She worked with a lot of handicapped children, and they made paper to sell. This paper here, and my little tags, this came from Vintage Studio 717. And she has some lovely images on her Etsy shop. So I printed this out. And I'm going to leave this journal itself, the blank pages, for journaling on, because I think it's important, you know, to have journal spots that you can write whatever you're grateful for. If you want to use this for, you know, one of the months, that however you want to break your journal up. But these pages I'm going to leave blank. I may put a little embellishment down here. But if you're going to have a journal, this is a, you're going to want to journal in it. This here is an envelope. It's a larger envelope. And I cut this end of it, and this will be a little tuck spot. So I'll work on that. Maybe we can work on that together. This again is from Vintage Studio 717. I pulled some items here, and I wanted to fill these 2 pages with you today so you could get some ideas. This again is from Vintage Studio 717, and she has these really pretty little stamps that you can download. So I took those. I took these 2 from that sheet. One says memories, and then if you flip it over, this is kind. And then I chose journal and notes. So I thought that was just a real pretty little addition to the journal. And then it's the same papers on this side. And like I said, I'm going to leave these so you can journal on these. I think I'm going to put this in my Etsy shop when it's all done. And I do like the idea of, you know, when you do buy a journal, you buy a journal to write in. Some people really fill them up, but I don't want to do that because I want the person, whoever is going to get this, be able to really enjoy it. So this again, this is a nice little idea. These again came off of this sheet. These little run of stamps here. And all I did was I just cut a little strip instead of cutting them out individually. And I want to make my intention was to make little pockets and put them here on the bottom. But as I started working along, and I had stitched them on my machine, and then these are really old Denison labels, and they came in this box here, and I think these came from my mom and dad's house. I'm not sure, but these are very old. I love using Denison labels, and I have quite a few boxes of them. If one of the girls on Instagram is selling them, they go pretty fast. I try to get what I can, but they do go fast. My dad had some. My dad owned his own business, and he had some larger labels for shipping and things like that. So I grabbed those after he passed away. I'm sorry, I'm just looking outside. Our plowman is plowing the front because the snow when the snowplow goes down, we're on this. I actually live on the side of a mountain, so when the snowplow goes down, there could be a good, I'd say, a good 4-foot wall outside at the end of our driveway. So we can't plow that. We do hire that out to the guy up the road. So sorry, I just got distracted. Sorry. So I just cut these out of the sheet here from 717. I did a little stitching and added these. We'll add a little, maybe a little, I don't know, we'll add another Tim Holtz saying or what we'll do here. And then I had an old book filled with roses. So because I love my birds and roses, we're going to add a couple roses here. And these had already been cut. So I'm just going to try to, I don't remember what side I had these on. I want these leaves to show. I think I'm going to put this one over here. We'll end up putting this one here. I think I had it like this. And then we'll end up, let's do one page at a time. All right. So these sayings came from Mrs. Coggs Crafts. And if you don't follow her on YouTube, you really should. She makes phenomenal journals. And I just bought 2 of her courses, and I can't wait to start making her journals as well. So I'm going to be attaching, I'm going to put this down first. And I'm not going to antique the sides of the pages. I think I'm just going to leave them plain. But we'll see. I don't know. I may do that down the road. So let me get my glue. And I just had it here. I have been creating, so I have everything kind of all over the place. And I'm really tired too from, here it is. I am really tired too from snow blowing. I've been taking it kind of easy. I'm a big hiker, but I haven't been hiking. I was just telling I finally admitted to my husband that what I could do, you know, in my 40s and 50s, it's becoming harder for me to do in my 60s. I was a huge hiker. I would hike 3 days a week, and then I would do a really big hike. Sometimes I would do a big hike during the week too, but a big hike is usually about, maybe 10 miles round trip, sometimes longer. But my knees, it's pretty easy going up the mountain, but coming down is a whole different story. It's really rough if you don't have poles, your hiking poles, or a walking stick. You can really bang the heck out of your knees. But I used to get up, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be on a hiking trail by 7:30, and I wouldn't come down until, I don't know, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We have a lot of high peaks up in the Adirondacks, and that's an all day. And then I wouldn't get home till 5, 6 o'clock at night, and I can't do that now. I'm getting too old. All right, so we have our first one down, and I don't really care if the Robert Frost gets covered up a little bit. I think this one might be better on this side, because if I'm going to layer this like this. Let's see how I want to label that. Do it. I think that'll be good. I want to drape these over and keep this open. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this. And I'm going to put just a little tiny bit of glue. I moved all my stuff down out of the way here. But I'm going to put just a little dab of glue there and there, just to kind of tack it. And I don't know if I wanted that. Yeah, see, I want that hanging over there. Okay. All right. Is that how I want it? Tell me. Is that how I want it? Yeah, let's do it that way. So I'll just put a little dab here for now, just to tack it. So like I said, my boys did a lot of my son was in the cat loader today. My husband says I couldn't even look outside. He says, usually I do that. The three of you are out there. And he felt bad. But we told him there's no way we want him out there. And he can't climb in and out of that loader yet. He'll definitely wreck his hip even more. But what happened was, because I had the same hip surgery. I had mine back in 2011. I just wore mine out from skiing. I was a real aggressive downhill skier. And I was a runner. And I had a personal trainer. I used to work out a lot. I used to deadlift and squat, and for a little thing, I could really lift a lot of weights, and for my size, because I am tiny. I'm small boned. But I had the same hip surgery, and I had what you called the Birmingham hip resurfacing. That's for athletes. And I had it out in Cleveland, and a wonderful doctor by the name of Dr. Brooks, he did the surgery on me, and he did surgery for the Cleveland Browns and the Cleveland Indians. I gotta get this up. The football and baseball team out there. So I think I mentioned before, we will travel 8-9 hours for our health care. I didn't want anybody to touch my hips where I live. And he did a phenomenal job. And I mean, that's when I started hiking, because the downhill skiing, I didn't want to downhill anymore. I'm just gonna do a mirror copy of this, mirror image. I tried skiing after my surgery, but I was so afraid. I'm gonna move this over just a little bit but I don't like that. I don't like the flowers hanging. So I think what I might do, I think I might get rid of this leaf here. We'll modify it. So I tried skiing after my hip surgery, and I was just too nervous. I was afraid I was going to be way too aggressive and ruin it, do something to it. So I figured I'd start hiking. And once I started, I couldn't stop. Just like with skiing. I used to go skiing. I'm kind of an addict when I really get into something that I really, really like. And I had to go skiing all the time. I just knew it wasn't going to be good for me. So I said, I got to do something. So now in the winter, instead of skiing, I actually I go hiking with my snowshoes. I've done lots of mountains with my micro spikes because it does get icy, and my snowshoes. So I do love winter hiking. All right, I'm going to just attach this back onto here. I'm going to cut a little bit more off. But winter hiking is a little bit different because you have to take a buddy with you, because I hiked Blue Mountain Lake one time, and that was, I don't remember how many miles up it was, but that's about an hour and a half north. It's up near the Canadian border, Blue Mountain Lake, and I went with a very dear friend of mine. His name is Matt, and he was a really good hiking buddy. And we started out, we had to leave early. I think we left the house at 5:30 because in the winter you don't have a lot of daylight, so you're actually hiking and trying to beat the clock, because here it starts to get dark about 4 o'clock. Like right now it's 4:13. It's just starting to get dusk. And you don't want to be coming down a mountain in the wintertime in the dark. We have headlamps and all of that, but it gets so cold. Things can go bad really quick in the Adirondacks. So at any rate, yeah, we started out, we did Blue Mountain Lake, and by the time we got to the top of the mountain, it had to be, I don't know, had to be 20 below zero. And you have just enough time to take one photo before your hand gets all frostbit, and then down you go. And you do move down that mountain. On snowshoes, it's pretty easy to book down a mountain. But I couldn't do that now. I said that's when I was young and dumb. But oh my God, some of the photography that I was able to get being on top of these mountains. Well, if you're a skier, you know everything is crystallized and it's just gorgeous. But now I think I'd just rather be in my craft room. I'll do a little bit of the snow plowing. I do have a really nice golf course. I'll be going over there with my girls, my doodle girls, to snowshoe. And that goes along the Hudson River, and it's really pretty. Okay. All right, so we have that on there. I'm going to put this on. I should have an episode on Mondays called Messy Monday, because some of this is just really can get messy with between the glue and okay. And these here, I have a fat quarter. I get my fat quarters at Walmart, and it's these, the Waverly. It's 100% cotton, and this is very easy to fray. So I just made little squares. I frayed them, and some will still come out a little bit. To make these, we can make these someday. Okay, so we have that down. And I feel like I'm going to look, I don't know if I have, I might have put them away. My Tim Holtz sayings. Oh, here they are right here. I tried to organize my room. When I organize things and I try to make some semblance, that's when I can't find things. So I know we have these phrases up here, and this just may not be, that's not the way to go. So let me see if, let's see. I have a drawer here full of Tim Holtz, his little people. Maybe we can find a cute little, image to put on here. So let's see, I don't really want, maybe just on one side. Oh, so much to choose from. I should really, this is my drawer full of Tim Holtz. Come on, dog, go see Daddy. Come on. Maybe having a couple cute little boys here. They're kind of cute. Well, my husband's home. I had to let my dog out of my room. And I hear my son calling me. They all just got home from work. I told my husband I was going to make a video, but obviously he didn't tell the boys. Let's see. Let's see here. I don't know. I think I like these little boys. I think I like those little boys. I'm going to put them. I'm going to add them. Because I just think they're really cute. So, of course, in the midst of all of my junk here, I think I'll put him here, right here, because that way, if somebody wants to put a date in here, a special date or something, they can. I have no idea what I'm going to make for dinner tonight. I'm just tired. I think I'm going to end up sitting on the couch, maybe watching a Christmas movie with my husband, because I am tired after snow blowing today. And I think I'll add him right there. That way we can, whoever gets this can, like I said, put a little date or something on there. So this is all I wanted to show you and work with you a little bit today. Give you a couple names, you know, supply gals and other little vendors. All right, let me move this out of the way. There. So I think that's really cute. And like I said, you can put a date here, a special date, whatever you want to, however you want to use this. So I'm going to continue to work in this, add some more embellishments, things like that. But this will be part of this is just a little journal inside a journal. So thank you everybody for stopping in. Thank you for subscribing. I have gotten some new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your comments, and have a great snowy day. I know I will. We're supposed to get more snow this weekend as well. So it's definitely going to be a white Christmas here in the Adirondacks. So thanks everybody, and have a great night. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.